Hey guys, so we all love the Pokemon anime, but have you ever wondered what certain characters do after they leave the anime? What are their journeys like? What do they do off screen? That's why I've created this brand new series starting today called the Off-Screen Journey. In today's episode, we're going to look at Guzma. It's essentially a what if to see what would Guzma do after the Sun and Moon series ended. This is going to be episode 1 of this series. I have so many more of these videos planned, so I hope you enjoy, and I hope you check out the rest. Let's get started. After Sun and Moon, Guzma spent some time training Team Skull, but this definitely isn't all he was doing, as I'm sure he was always wanted to get stronger. So for this what if, he's going to be traveling to a brand new region to take on that league and hopefully win. So what league and what region would he travel to? Originally, I planned on sending Guzma over to Kanto, which would parallel how Kukui goes there before the Sun and Moon games. However, I don't think this really fits for Guzma. Kanto is overall a pretty easy region. Ash breezed through it, and he was a horrible trainer when he started off. So I think Guzma, since he's already an experienced trainer, he should go to the league with the strongest of the strongest. That's why I decided I'm going to be sending him over to Galar. As we know from Pokemon Journeys, the gym leaders of Galar are extremely strong, with Bee becoming a hyperclass trainer and Raihan even entering the Master Class. So there's no shortage of strong opponents for Guzma to face here. We'll add that I don't expect Guzma to use Dynamax while he's in this region. For one, he would have to find a Dynamax band somehow, but also he didn't use Z-moves in Alola, so because he's not the biggest fan of these gimmicks, I don't really see him using Dynamax, but he doesn't need it. He was able to take on Z-moves with full power without needing his own. I think he can do the same for Dynamax. Also, seeing this as Galar, if he signs up for the league, he's gonna need a league number. I've decided to give him the league number of 768. If you can figure out why, tell me in the comments. Alright, let's get into his team. First off are Gliscopod and Scizor. These are self-explanatory, they're the Pokemon he already has, so duh, I'm gonna skip over these. The next 3 members are Orbeetle, Centiskorch, and Frostmoth. These are no-brainers of the 3 native Galar bug types, and since he's a bug trainer going to Galar, it makes sense that he would catch these. Frostmoth especially fits since it evolves with friendship. I think that would help Guzma grow as a trainer, as he would have to become very friendly with his Pokemon. And the final Pokemon I'm giving him is Vikavolt. It's a Pokemon he uses in his Ultra Sun and Moon team, and of course an Alola native, which fits him of course since he's from Alola. It can also be found in the Galar region, so we'll catch it there. And finally it's an electric Pokemon, which is a nice tie to Ash's Pikachu. Now that I've talked about his team, let's talk a bit about the rivals that he'll meet and face on his journey. First up is Marnie. I mainly did this because the idea of Team Skull and Team Yell having rap battles is too perfect to pass up. But overall, I think since Guzma and Marnie are both gym challengers, they would have a very friendly rivalry and enjoy battling each other. Also, since Guzma mainly uses bug types, he would be able to pretty easily defeat Marnie's dark types. Second and main rival is an original character I've created for this story. She's essentially a bug-type specialist version of Avery or Clara. But I don't really have a name for her. I want to do a bug pun like Bugsy, but I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you should name her. Anyway, she would form a rivalry with Guzma, both being very strong bug trainers and constantly battling each other. Alright, so next up I want to go over his gym battles. Now, I'm not going to go over all 8 of them because they would just come down to this Pokemon fights this Pokemon, and then that gets boring and repetitive after 8 gym battles, so I'm only going to go over his last 2 because I think they'll be the most interesting ones. So first let's talk about Piers. I think Guzma and Piers would definitely bond over disliking gimmicks such as Z-moves and Dynamax, and overall would just have a fun all-out battle between the two. Other than that, Team Skull and Team Yell would definitely have a rap battle, and maybe because of their friendship, Piers could endorse Guzma to take on the gym challenge earlier on in the series? I'm not sure. Next up, I want to talk about his gym battle versus Raihan. This battle is a double battle, so it would require a ton of teamwork on Guzma's end, and while he's always improving at teamwork, especially since his battle with Ash, he's nowhere near perfect at it, so I think he might lose to Raihan in their first battle. For this, of course, he would train to become stronger and work on his teamwork, becoming the best he could be at teamwork, and eventually rematching and defeating Raihan, getting his 8th badge. Next up would be the Galar League, and while we haven't seen the Galar League in the anime, it's safe to assume it's just like how it is in other regions in the anime, where it's just a big tournament, and that's pretty much how it is in the games anyway, so yeah, it's just going to be a tournament that Guzma enters. For the first couple matches, he'd probably fight some random trainers, but once he gets to his 3rd or so match, he's going to start fighting his rivals. First up, he would have a 3v3 battle against his secondary rival being Marnie. This would overall be a fun battle between the two of them going all out, with Marnie taking out G-Max Grimmsnarl and Guzma having to adapt to the Gigantamax Pokemon. The next battle, Guzma would be faced with a 6v6 against the unnamed bug trainer that I really should have thought of a name for. Please make one in the comments. Anyways, this would be Guzma's first 6-on-6 battle, which I think he would do pretty well at with his full team, and overall, with all his training, and especially with his teamwork training, he would probably be able to defeat the bug trainer and move on. Guzma's strong, but he's not Leon tier strong, and I don't expect him to win this league, so I gotta figure out who he's gonna lose to, and the perfect person for that, I feel, is going to be Hop. Know much about Hop in the anime, seeing as the time of me recording this, we literally have no information of if he's showing up. Hopefully this ages poorly and he actually does appear in the anime, but if he is showing up at any point, I do expect him to be challenging the GALAR League to face his big bro. And seeing as he's a strong trainer, I think he might be the one to defeat Guzma. And that's the end of the first episode of this series. This video ended up being a bit shorter than I expected, however, the next videos in this series are going to be much longer than this. Like I have this ridiculously long script that I wrote, so hopefully you stick around and enjoy, and if you do want to stick around, check out that subscribe button or hit the bell if you're interested. If not, I do hope I see you in the next video.